Welcome to EVE Online. I'm Major Freak. I was rethinking my Rook fit for anti-FOB duty, and realized I needed to jump this ship in onto the field before the FOB was lost, and its neuting power would completely negate this cap battery. It would just drain this sucker too quickly if it got targeted, and would make the ECM useless to break the Augoror Logi Chain's tank, especially when there's 3 of them on field. And it would be fun to blow up ships with the support ships other than the 3 the shacks, or the whatever you've got on field that are doing the remote repping, which is drawing all the aggro of the rats, but the FOB will target ships randomly. So this is just me hitting record when I realized I needed to rethink my fit, because it's Theorycrafting, right? Alright, so if I land on grid and warp to the FOB to engage 2 or 3 Logi that are giving the DPS team a hard time, they need to be high enough ECM jam strength to jam them. I found that I was using bombers with glooming ECM, enduring type. It just wasn't doing the job, even with 3 jammers on 1, and then when you have 3 Augors, yeah, it's impossible. I had also ECM drones on my Orthuses to help out, and Wasps EC 900s on the Leshaks to help out, but neither of those were effective at all, period. So it's down to a dedicated anti-augoror fit, and I used the battery because when I first made it, it was for a replacement. Well, actually, it was a precursor to the Orthus, and I found the speed that's just barely above the executioners and the couriers that are on field, and that's not enough to keep you away from some nasty stuff. It was dicey. You really had to be quick on your feet, and it's an expensive fit, and I went with the Orthus as a more survivable, faster option. So this went by the wayside until I realized I needed to get it to work against the Augoror, triple Augors, and I added an extra ECM, but still had a problem on field with it, and I had to go switch out these for Augmentor Tech 2, and this too as well. So it bumped it up to very, very nice 18 jammer strength. As you can see, I've played around with the layout of so I could get the best duration of overheating contagion as I possibly could. If I lose one Hardener by accident, that's not too big of a deal, especially when the RRBS are drawing pretty much all, I wouldn't say 90, I'd say 99.9%, well, 99% of the actual rat aggro. The FOB will target things, and I realized that using this on field before the FOB went down, because the Leshaks have your, by all rights, you better when you're going up against the FOB have your RBS equipped with MJDs, all of them. So getting off field after the FOB's dead is a piece of cake, because everybody else can take off with it. They're not being aggroed, and the Leshaks draw all the aggro, they align out, MJD, and then warp away. And so a Rook pilot would feel completely useless, because either he'd be on field with the FOB and get neuted, or he'd feel like, why am I wasting? You could just take off right now. Why am I here? So it would be it would be fun to mop up, especially with triple augers, but you're waiting around doing nothing outside that 1500 aggro range of the rats, and you're like, I'm not really contributing. What's the point? So to that effect, we're going to do what I'm doing with the bombers, putting in boosters for capacitor. Absolutely. And this guy can mount better boosters than the... That'll do. Absolutely. Let's look capacity. These are all... I lost my implants recently, so this is a fit, just for base comparison. So let's get... That was an error there. Let's get out of my... Bugger. Wait till the cycle time's out and pop. Hey. Okay. Now then, let's get to business. We've got this. We'll do a compare, and we'll bring up only show attributes that differ, and capacity. Yep, we're going for Tech 2 for sure. So obviously you'll need something that will give you, and it doesn't look like much, 13 divided by 750. That will give you 2%. You know, get the 3%. EE TAC 603. Easy. Or, like me, you've got Genolution on your support guys. CA TAC 1 and CA TAC 2 will just do fine. Alright, so that's that dealt with. That's perfect. Now we'll have to look at capacity. Of course I don't need that many. Let's see now. How much can I get away with? Now I'm using capacitor 100s. And that'll be, you'll be able to fit, now on the small one you can get 5, but on this one you get 13. So this will be enough to power your ECM. You won't be targeted by drones, and you'll have the range, and you'll be just basically sitting next to the Lashaks or whatever you have for RRBS and plugging away at with your ECM at those. Yeah, and you've got 950, so you'll get drained right away by the FOB if it targets you. And you got enough in field, you probably get away with it. But yeah, you're going to be neuted at some point, so that'll take care of that, and you'll be useful on the field while the FOB is still active. And you overheat these suckers, and you'll be able to actually get those jammed. And at least as long as you can take out one of the 3 Augors on field, if they have 3, then after that it should be a piece of cake to take then the other 2. It's just when you have 3 Logi it gets really interesting. And there you go. That should be it. I'll post that link. Can I adjust anything here? I don't think I need to. The ease of getting that. Do we need the speed now? We actually, you know what, honestly, well, in a pinch this can be used for a distraction device if you don't have any orifices against the response fleet, and it would do a good job of being able to get away, and if you needed to flee, then using ECM on one or two response fleet executioners, the diamond executioners, you could probably jam those and be able to warp away if they have you pointed and you're in danger of losing your ship. Yeah, so I don't think I want to screw with the fit. It is... Oh, it's very nice. I like it. So we'll keep it as is. You could use it as an ad hoc orifice if you needed to distract and deal with the hauler. Anyways, so I will copy to clipboard, take a screenshot, and we will be good to go. There we go. I think I got everything I want to. Nope. I want to turn all these on so you get an idea. So yeah, that's not gonna. Yeah, that's definitely a no-no if you're. Well, let's see now. Now that we have removed it, how? Yeah, you'll get 19 seconds. So. We needed 100 just to, because the activation cost, every 20 seconds, this is every... We have to take into account that, of course. So, okay, so the radar is using that, so we'll need 50. We could go down to 50, if need be. You might as well activate in 12 seconds. We know we can get one in every time these guys go through, and if you stagger those, it doesn't really matter. We'll take care of it anyways. We can absolutely guarantee that we've got enough capacitor, even when being drained. Every 12 seconds, and we've got a lot. We've got 13, so that'll be good. It's just that 19. That's... See, it just makes it... Because we're on field, we don't need the speed anymore. Okay, we're gonna have to remove this from a possible distractor to a dedicated FOB. It can't do the distracting, so we're gonna have to remove this. Can we put a... I don't think so, but we'll try. We'll put in a cap battery right here. So if we do need to overheat, we can at least shield this just in case we get aggroed. Because that way we'll have enough time to switch some RR from the BS onto the Rook. Yeah, haven't seen it happen yet, but it does happen occasionally. Okay, so get a battery and... Oh, that's pretty close, eh? Alright. Yeah, that'll do it. I've already got one anyways. So... Yeah, welcome to Theorycrafting. Glad I caught myself right then. So this will not be adequate to completely remove the cap damage, the FOB, because it'll take 11-12 minutes to completely reduce the cap, and your Leshak trio will by then kill it anyways. So it's always, if it's on field, it's gonna be doing cap damage to random people. So 27%, yeah, this is not going to be enough to protect yourself being drained completely. It'll drain you completely. Like, it'll probably take you like close to zero. That would be interesting if it didn't. But yeah, it'll eventually, if it keeps it on you, it'll keep you at zero. So this will be here just to keep your ECM alive, and you'd have to turn this stuff off in order to ensure that you've got just enough, and that'll do it. And in that time you should be able to land, turn on these overheated, and take out the one or two of the augors, and allowing the DPS teams to take down those augors. The target painters on the bombers will help the Leshak switch to, I think, Maison Tech 1 ammo, and try to get some hits in on the augors as well, which are the primary auger as well, which will help. Yeah, Acolyte's best against the armor of the augurs, and of course so is the Muldra Precision. Probably won't need the Fury, but it is helpful against, say, if you wanted to tag down the omens after the augurs are down. Yeah, looking good. I like that. And let's get, I think that's everything. And of course, I'll bring up the no implants to show we actually don't have any implants. There we go. No implants in the background. Perfect. And voila. Am I happy with that? Absolutely. Alright, good to go. And that is Theorycrafting. Thanks.